what I was gonna say is like, I recently graduated film school, like maybe a year and a half ago. I don't remember how long now. Yeah, year and a
Well
half.
done. I did the same thing. Yeah.
Yay, yay. It was a bit of a mixed bag, but before I go
Oh,
into it, well,
tell me
what
about it. Yeah.
what was your experience, film school experience like?
Oh well, I mean, it was a 4-year program that I took. Should have been two.
Mhm.
Stretched way too thin. Um, and honestly, the most valuable thing I got out of it was the people that I met. Like networking,
Hmm.
which really had nothing to do with the curriculum itself. I learned some. The most important things I learned from the curriculum were learning to not neglect audio and sound design.
Yes.
That was a major realization for me, where I'm just like, this is 50% of the experience. I shouldn't be ignoring this side of it,
Hmm.
And the technical stuff when it came to cameras, like figuring out lenses and f-stops and just all the sort of boring jargon of it, which is useful to know. So, because you can then communicate with cam ops and say like, this is exactly what I want on a technical level. But like, before I even went to film school, I already had an understanding of the visual language of film, like why you
Hmm.
would cut to a close up or an extreme close up as opposed to a wide. Like, or like you extreme wides if you're doing something like westerns.
Hmm.
Like, I already had sort of innate understanding of that even as a kid, but I couldn't articulate in my head why it worked that way, or why things were shot the way they did. I couldn't express it verbally. But then going to film school, that really helped me do that, where I was just able to, like, I can tell you like what lens a shot was probably shot with, or like, and um uh things like that. The technical side of things, it was useful. And radio jargon, like, knowing when you're on a set and you're part of the crew, like the shorthand that people use to, like, all the little infuriating nicknames they give all the gear, and it changes
Hmm.
from set to set, which is doubly infuriating. So you got to learn like a new fucking stupid language. That was what I got out of it. There was little bits of it that were valuable, but I thought it lasted a little too long. What about your experience? Did you like it?
Not too much. I guess whenever people ask me like, "Oh, what did you study?" And I was like, I graduated filmmaking, which is like, "Ooh, that's impressive." I'm like, yeah, yeah, sure it is. Um, I guess people automatically assume I'm good with a camera,
Mm.
and I just like, I only know this red button is record. That's about it. I'm not. I was never into, it felt more so something like a photographer would do, I suppose. One very useful thing that I got from film school was learning how to use editing software, DaVinci Resolve. Um, if I hadn't learned how to use that program, I honestly don't think I'd start this channel of, posting live stream edits or making video meme edits or anything like that for the matter. Um, that DaVinci Resolve program, that knowledge of editing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, was really helpful in a way. But sometimes I
Definitely,
look at
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I probably would, if not for it, I probably wouldn't be here talking with you, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't know. I wish maybe it would have been better to choose creative writing instead,
Right.
because I have much more of a. I mean, I know my movies. I've seen a lot of movies, but I feel like it would have been more useful to know, story structure, that kind of stuff, how to get published. That's something I'm trying to work out.